update here. I'm still feeling pretty confident in this bear flag here, being a bear flag. I know a lot of people are starting to get very bullish, but the same thing, a lot of people got very bullish here, and a lot of people got very bullish back here as well. So as I sort of showed you how I knew when these were going to get rejected, it all came down to those fibs. So again, this fib line is still here, and until we break that, come up, find some support, I'm not gonna be shouting bullish and screaming, oh, we're on the up, like you see so many other people doing at the moment, because otherwise people are very literally, they're just going to get very hurt. Honestly, I've not spent a lot of time trading alts of late, and that's just been to the detriment of myself. But I think I've done a couple of trades here and there, and I've seen a lot of people making some huge gains. I think going over to XRP there, like I had a bit of a private chat with someone one-on-one about that when we were here, and literally I said, look, if we pop up here, we're going to go, and sure enough, we did. And then we've had like a 30%, 28%. I think we end up being like 36% at some point retrace, which is just there, which is quite heavy. So these people that bought here have lost nearly half of their money already. 33% of their money, or 30% of the money's gone. Like a third of their money's gone, and it's just be wary of that. Yeah, look, the reason I look at Ripple against Tether is Ripple's available on so many brokers now where you can just deposit cash. So I tend to look at that rather than the Bitcoin chart for Ripple. I'll be honest, because it's where a lot of the retail investors are going to start getting involved as well. It's the same as ETH and Litecoin. I tend to chart them using with USD or USDT, just for that reason. Anyway, going back here to this this flag. So with a flag will generally go, you come in, you find your starting point, and then you got an ABC. Now obviously, like I said last time, we've drawn that fib. We've got that fib here which shows us that's there. Let's just do it again. We go from the top to the bottom, and right there we've got that 61865 fractal that we've been getting rejected off, for the last sort of five fractals in a row. So again, history repeats. Until we break that, I'm not going to be super confident that the market's going to change into much of a positive sentiment. I still feel this descending triangle here is just a bit of a bull trap, and you see people talking about it now, and even this sort of this technical analysis, people are starting to say buy. I think that's just people go, oh, this is a bear trap. But again, this could also be a bull trap. It works two ways. So anyway, going from that, people go, oh, how can I also confirm? So we've got obviously a bit of confluence going on. You've got you've got this bit of a thing, your price action, your candles are coming down, and it's showing that here on the RSI as well. But on top of that as well, like it's when confluence is when a lot of indicators are coming together, and a lot of things are pointing towards the same thing. So what we've got an ABC. So using that here, I think generally with an ABC, what you'll find is C will generally go to about a 1.618 of the wave one. So if we do that, where are we? And look at that, we're pretty much there, 1.618, and that's the end of wave C. So that, again, confluence, it's coming up to reach, to show it's possibly coming up to the same point. So it's two indicators saying exactly the same thing. So then we've got here, like I said, on a downtrend, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and then it's 1, 2, 3 up, rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up and 1, 2, 3 down. So we've got this here. We've got your 1, 2, 3 up, and then on that there is when that becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So you got everything backwards. So you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, we've got that bit of a we've come down. We had that bit of a retracement thing there, and we're looking good for that as well. So again, just a couple of things there coming in, and date there I've got in Australia around September 26th. So give a day or two. Like this could pump up there now and hit it. And we're within a couple of days of it, and it would still be very valid. So I have moved my stop loss up for that reason. And something else to be cautious of. There's a lot of bots and stuff that troll things like Facebook and things like that nowadays. So they tend to feel what the sentiment's about and what's happening. But again, that's just something to be aware of and something to be cautious of. Going over to ETH, people do the same thing. So over in the Discord, had a couple of the guys saying asking, same thing. How did I get this? Whoops, just delete all this here. How did I get this? How did I know this? How did I nail bang on within, what is it, $2.50 within $5? So sorry for being a little bit off on that one there, guys. But people, how did I do that? So the same thing. Use my fib retracement tool because we've gone down, so we go down to back. There we go, and we come up there with that sort of 618, and it shows us right there where we're going to hit. So we've come up, and we've come up, and we've gone. Yeah, we've actually had a bit of a wick as people have FOMO'd and started chasing. But same thing again. If we look at this, you've got your you've got your ABC here again as we've went to ABC, ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, etc. So if we do this again from there to there, let's have a look where that 1618 goes. So it takes us. Yeah. So even like you look at it here, even if I don't like, sometimes I use Wix, sometimes I don't, because Wix, I said you got to respect a Wix because on different time frames, but somewhere even like you said, even if we pop up here, it's still only to 260. So, myself, I've started, my shorts have started filling, and we come up and we hit that thing, and we came back down. And I was literally chatting to a guy yesterday morning in our Discord as well, just one-on-one. I said, well, he goes, are we going down now because you've hit your 250? And I said, look, we did just kind of wick up there. I think we're going to go up and hit it again. And sure enough, last night, 249, we've gone up and hit it again. But I still think that we could get a little bit of a run there. Because again, if we look at this, you've got the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could come back up to that to that sort of 250 to 260 area before we start coming back down. Which again, I've started closing off some of my shorts as we went back down to 240 again last night. I started closing off parts of my shorts and reloading. So I'm looking to start reloading, and I've got my shorts reloading from 250 up to about 260. Now just keep in mind there is a bit of a square up here, as you see, where we've dropped. We could still, come up to the 280 mark, but I doubt they're going to take it that high. But that is still a possibility. Other than that, that's just a little bit of a brief update, a bit of a brief check-in in where we're at. Again, move up your stop losses. Hopefully everyone's been making some money. And other than that, I'll talk to you guys next time. Cheers.